Alright, so the verdict's in. No, it's not. I miss. I'm close. I can fix this, maybe. If it hasn't saved after I push that button, I can make my saving throw. I just need to be a little bit stronger. Almost. I'm at the 6-hour mark, and I can almost end this here. Which is, 1 second. We seem to be... There it goes. Which is about an hour faster than the other challenge. We'll see in a second. Fork. No. Now I have to wait an hour. Doggone it. Which will end up putting it at 7 hours, like the fastest 1,000 challenge. Doggone it. Anyway, I know I can get this down to 6 hours. I know I can do it. But now we're stuck. Pooh. Suppose I might as well rebirth in that case. I mean, it's going to take some time anyway. Alright, fine, whatever. So close. How is it that it always seems to say, like, it saves every 15 minutes, right? Right? Anyway, whatever. So. Fine then, I'll take the extra step. Gets a little bit slower towards the end, but I think I know what I'm going to do. I think I know how this is all going to end up playing out. Now, of course, I need to do the cool down, the wind down to see how much GP I get out of that, but I know with just a little tweaking, just a smidge of tweaking, I can get this to 6 hours or less. Probably less. I can't seem to find my pen. I was going to write more. Anyway, we'll see how much GP I get out of it. I'm leaning pretty heavily towards doing this. I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy either 50 or 100 more creation count. I haven't settled on which. Creation speed doesn't seem to matter because I don't really go deeper than mountains. And mountains are already like 1/10 of a second per tick. Mostly it's just getting the stone for them. So, you know, yeah. Mostly it's just creation count. I'm going to write out and calculate how much of each of these things I need, and so that I can just set it to 2 and have it skim down them and get me everything I need for making upgrades. I figure, I mean, you can't make weather. You can't even make a nation, really. It's just not in the cards. But yeah, I haven't been trying to incorporate forests in it yet because it just takes so long. Even the mountains take a lot to make for these upgrades. But I can definitely tweak it a bit more. And I know I can knock these out in 6 hours or less, which makes it easy to do 3 of them in a day. Then, when I finish the last, when I complete it, before I rebirth and end that run, I should be able to pick off a V2 fairly quickly. Anyway, that's my thinking. Did I forget to? I mean, not that it matters. I mean, the battle isn't going to be relevant, and they don't give me divinity. It's just busy work for 28 of my clones. Anyway, we'll come back to this later and see what we got as our total rewards. Yeah. I'm pretty much 100% positive that I'm doing the no divinity challenges, that I'm spamming them at this point. I'm going to spam through the whole lot of them. But we may as well fill out our data so that we have everything all plotted out. Might as well. The other thing I need to do, of course, I forgot to mention this, yes, this has been on the back of my mind, is I need to do a day ball challenge. And that, well, it'll help a little bit, okay? It'll help. Oops, not that, this. I'll be 1 point shy of getting another crystal thing that won't matter because, doggone it, this won't do anything since I'm not making crystals, but I'll do it anyway. Anyway, that's the plan. I have 50 of them. If I can accomplish 3 a day, doing it in 6 hours or less should make 3 a day a fairly easy mark to make. 15, 16, 17 days. Plus 1 for this. So that'll put me right up near December. I need to change my color scheme, and I still have a story to read. The Warp Gate. Really? So we're Protoss now. Cool! Alright then. Alright, well, good enough. So, let's take a moment now to calculate our gains. I gained 170 GP. And if I am calculating this right, let's see. Oops, that's not right. Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. We'll get this. No, wait. I should be able to take these out 3 times a day, right? So 170 times, times 3, that's 300, that's 450. It should be 510. I think that's largely because we squeezed in an extra run. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure how that quite worked out to be significantly better than our 1K challenge. It's because this was really I really only needed 6 hours to do this rather than 7. This is about a 7-hour run. This is about a 6. And I could improve both of those a little bit still. So this is going to actually end up being more like a 5%. So anyway, the way I figure it, the 1K challenges are more valuable in the end. They're the more important one. But the No Divinity challenges are still really vitally, they're still good, they're still important, and the No Divinity challenges will help me, the rewards that they give me will help me with the 1K challenges where it won't go the other way, so it flows upward. So we're going to go No Divinity challenge to 1K challenge to P-Ball, and then into Crystal Power challenge. Maybe a few of these planet multipliers will be mixed in at some point before the Crystal Power. I haven't 100% decided whether or not I want the added energy to make these faster. But the added Divinity will help a lot with hitting higher V2s. The added Might will be enormously valuable for beating higher V2s. Yeah, these just all flow up into this real nice. These crystal power challenges are going to become amazing. So, let's see. It doesn't matter. I'll just take what I can get. Yeah. Yeah, anyway, we'll go ahead and rebirth. Have we got enough health to take one more? Oh well. I'm going to knock out one more No Divinity challenge just because the way when I'm going to bed and everything works. Then tomorrow I'm going to hit that day ball challenge. Pretty much like as soon as I get up, I'll be finishing this and winding down, then hitting this. I'll have to skip. Basically, no matter how I do it, I'm going to have to be offline for 8 hours while I sleep, which is just 8 hours of lost time to get the most out of this. But if I were to start it now, I'd end up with just, yeah. I'd end up losing 16 hours. This is just how the way things fall. So that's fine. I'll just, or stay up really late one night, which I don't want to do again. So this is going to be pretty freaking good, I think. Is there a cap on this? I might get a good amount of challenge points out of this, a whole lot. Not that those will help me anytime soon, but still. Yeah. Each P-ball is 1 exactly. I think I can do 20, somewhere between 20 and 30. I'm willing to bet. I've already done 20. I must be aiming too low. Is it worth doing still? If I were able to go as high as 30, I might be able to go as high as 30. That would be 10 levels onto my planet. That could bring us up to 80. Would certainly help with my No Divinity challenges. But I'm not really sure that I can do 30. Maybe I can do more than 30, but I don't think so. I'm not sure how far I can go in 24 hours if I just focused on it. You know what? I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to do that one later. I'll come back to a round of the day challenges, like, because I want to do Might after I do all the 1K challenges. Yeah, No Divinity challenge. Yeah, I'll come back and do a round of all of those later. I'm just going to spam this. So, let's spend our GP. Oh, I've been wanting to do this for a long time. Okay, get that rolling. Get that rolling. Oh, of course, I can't crush anything right now. Okay, and then I reach over here. Set things to rights here. Alright, we'll have to mess with that again in a second because I gotta make major changes. Now, I really want to increase my creation speed. But the thing about No Divinity challenges is you don't make weather or nations. You don't really make anything bigger and heavier than a mountain, maybe forests. I might be getting forests in on it. So that's all out. Clone Max, I do want to fix it because I've got 20,000 strays, but it's not really all that big a deal for these, and it will have no effect on the 1K challenges at all, so I'd better hold off on that for the moment. Now this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, whoops, 12, 13, 14, 15, oops, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I've spent almost half my GP. But I have, what I've lost in that, I think I've more than made up for in raw creation count. Everything's going to have a better discount later when I have divinity, but for the no divinity challenges, well, I'm not sure exactly how much I can get away with because of this. Yeah, sure, I'm not going to sweat a handful. This added creation speed. Wow, that's nice. Look at how fast that flies. It used to take 7 ticks to get 1,000. Now it only takes 4. This is good. 250. So the question is, how far do I go with monuments? Now, I'm going to count everything out. Ooh, I got to fix you up. I'm going to count everything out and set these to whatever numbers seem appropriate. I'm probably going to take mountains to tier. How many upgrades do I want? I was going for 3 upgrades. I should go for at least 4 in an hour and a half. How many forests can I get? Or am I better off just building a couple of togs and ignoring forests entirely? I'm not sure. It'll take just a little bit to get this perfect. I'll experiment a bit. I'll get it refined. Oh, I've wanted that for a long time. Every time I've had to stay up an extra 20 minutes waiting for clones to fill up, just going, oh, if only my creation count was higher. Yeah. This is awesome. This is awesome. It's not quite double, but it's close enough. Alright, so I've begun experimenting a little bit. At the moment, I'm going with 60 and 61. At the moment, I'm still assuming that I build one of everything and then focus on these two. I could alter that, but the first one of each is fairly cheap and easy to build, and gives pretty good value for your time and energy put into it. So, I think it's worth doing. Now, well, let's just begin. So, 2,000 stone. Let's just begin marking things. 2,000 stone. Alright. I'm going to just snag 100,000 off of you. Okay, fairly straightforward. Okay. 250 water. 100 plant. This is annoying because I have to track everything that everything is made out of. So the water, I have to worry about air. The air is light, and, so on. Plants also involve soil, which is stone. I have to convert all these things. But if I can figure this whole mess out. Okay, the one human. Actually, I don't have to. Well, I kind of do. I could just, for stone, I could leave that alone and just produce like a crap ton of extra stone every time, but I wouldn't be able to quite automate this entire process the way I want, which is what I want to do. It's an idle game. I want to be able to walk away and let it idle and take care of everything I need. 250,000 light. 50,000 50,000 stone. Boom. 1 mountain. 100,000 raw stone. 25,000 water. Because it's not just a statue, it's a water fountain statue. Oh, right, of course. I need that one mountain. Hold on a sec. Stop! Oh, man, you took too much of my stone. I screwed that up. Oh, well, whatever. Anyway. Oh, shit. I've not been doing this right. Okay, yeah, no, I'm doing it right. Okay, no, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, fine. 25,000 stone also. Okay. I mean, 100,000 stone. 1 mountain. 25,000 water. Yeah, no, I'm doing everything right. Okay. Moment of crazy there where I screwed up. Thought I had screwed up. Okay. 50,000 water. 500k stone. Oh my gosh. 200,000 light. Thankfully, light and stone are base materials. Okay. Almost got it. And now I just need the last set of ingredients. Okay. And here's the big complicated mess. Alright. We're looking at 1,000 fish. Why do I need fish? 60,000 water. Do we really have to feed the koi at all? Is it absolutely mandatory? 1,000 tree. 2,000 plant. 100,000 light. 1 million stone. Okay, so you'd think this would be fairly easy to figure out from here, right? It would all be nice and straightforward, wouldn't it? You'd say, okay, well, to make a soil, you need, 2 stone or whatever. Except I'll be making them in batches of 250 and getting a discount on each batch. And this means that it's like you need 128 stone to make 250 soil. You're dealing in odd numbers like that, all the way down. So, some of these will be nice and easy. For example, I need 1 human. And why are these 60 and 61? Because at the moment, I'm assuming only 3-3. When I have this set up, I'll see how much time I have and how much junk I can make, and I may choose to upgrade it to 4, maybe even 4-4. It also depends on how many statues and gardens I can make. Ideally, I'll have it all rigged up so that at the end of an hour and 38 minutes, I can just push 2, start here, it'll go all the way through, and I'll have all the monuments and upgrades and things that I can fit into that time. That's the ideal. So let's see here. So at the moment, 60, 61 is fine. I would rather put 0 on this, but then it would try to make 240. So I'll just, it's 1 river. It costs very little. It doesn't really hurt me. I need 15 animals to make my 1 human. Fish. Well, I'll need 1,000 fish, but I'll also need 31 fish and 25, so that's 56 more. So this should be 1,056. trees, however, all right, so as I go through these, I'm like, okay, scratch off the one human, draw a line through it. The fish, draw a line through that. The trees, I only ever need 1,000 trees, so I mean, more water. But yeah, getting 1,500 on my stats fairly inexpensively. It's nice. It's just nice. It would be a lot simpler just to do statues and gardens and nothing else and their upgrades. But I mean, this is, you know, this is not bad. Yeah. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna calculate all my way through this. I'm actually a little iffy if it wouldn't be good to build a second Tog, because it's affordable, it can be done, and it's just so much more expensive. That first one, you get 1,500 points for very little. It actually takes very little time to make the materials for it. The real difficulty is it's the exponential increasing cost. We're dealing in such small numbers because we don't have divinity that like, you're not going to make 100 mighty statues. You're not going to make 10 upgrades on them. You're going to get 3, maybe 4 upgrades, and you're only going to get, I think I had 70 something at the most so far. You know, and 70 something at, what was it, 75 each is a lot. Is more than this, substantially more than this, but each one was taking exponentially longer to build. Well, not exponentially, I think it's linear actually, but anyway, it's a lot. So I think it really is worth doing. That's the strat I'm going with. So I have a whole crap ton of math to do. And we'll get back to this. It's only 1,000 trees, right? That's it. Just 1,000. But then I have to figure out how much 1,000 trees costs. So it's 4 times all of this. And then make that soil and water, then calculate those and so on. This will be a while. But hey, I'm only 4.5 hours in, and I've very nearly already won. Like, I could take out this one. There's only 3 left. I don't think I can take it this run. Yes, maybe. I'm not sure. I think I can. I think I can beat it in the next hour. Which would put us at 5.5 hours. We'll see. I'll have all my calculations done by then at least. Alright, so assuming that I only did one of each of these with 3 upgrades, I haven't figured out how many statues and gardens I'll make. That's to be figured out yet. But excluding that, I did a crap ton of math on how much it takes to make 61, 60, one of each of these. Yeah, the mountains, that extra mountains for this one. That's why it's 61 and not 60. But yeah, everything up to here. So here's what it looks like. Oh, I shouldn't be doing... It's simple math, but it's messy numbers. And I shouldn't be doing it at like 6 in the morning like this. But anyway, tomorrow I'll know if it worked. Tomorrow I'll see how close it comes or how horribly screwy all these numbers are. We'll see. In the meantime, bonk bonk. Haha! Joke's on you! Suddenly unleash my might. No divinity challenge completed, and a new record. That's respectable. I said I could do 3 a day. I actually pull off possibly more than that if I didn't sleep. 3 a day, slightly better than 3 a day. I think slightly better than 3 a day is what we'll average. If I get this thing more efficient, who knows? Maybe I can even do it even more efficiently and even less runs. Probably not, but we'll see. Of course, I'm not hitting rebirth on the exact second that I get Unleash Might either, so it's not perfectly efficient, and it never will be. Also, we are gaining GP off of each run. That's got to be factored in too, that does. What do we want to do now? We could make some crystals. We could, just rebirth and start grabbing the GP. 6 in the morning, I should be in bed. I'll do just 2 or 3 5-minute runs and then dump it into a No Divinity challenge. I probably won't even assign the clones. I won't even wait for them to complete. I'll just be like, you're done. Sounds about right. Do I really care about a handful of GP? Oh, I'm forgetting an important detail. There you go. Suddenly, it's easy to get mountains. Ha. Come on. My divinity generator is better than ever. At least that's the theory. Got 2 No Divinity challenges back in it. Oh my gosh, Anyway. Yeah. You know, I kind of wish there was just a thing. Like, these short dives between them where I have to do these runs. There's actually a lot of variables in how I do it and how much GP it gains. But you know what I wish? Even if it wasn't perfectly as good as if I did it by hand, I'd like an option that just says when you're doing whenever you rebirth into something that's a reset multiplier, if it would just go, your multipliers are thus and so, here have 50 GP. So you don't have to spend half an hour doing these runs. You know, yeah, you could probably get more out of it done by hand, but sometimes you just like, you know what, I just want to go to bed. So it'd be really nice. Just saying, I'd be really happy to have a feature like that. Anyway. Yeah, a couple 5-minute runs and then that's it. Alright, anyway. Well. Every single one of these is over 10,000 except the egg, who is now over 10,000. Well. Which pet do I wish was over 10,000? I could use divinity, but not right now. I think the dragon, actually. I think the dragon needs a turn. Who else? Got a ghost, we got a rock, we've got all kinds of things. I think the dragon. Yeah. Well. Oh. I can already see that I had forgotten to put in the trees from all the forests. But I know I got everything else. I had calculated them out. Anyway, I'll sort that stuff out later. Let's see. Oh, need that human. Crunch. I left it on stone through the night because, well, yeah. Should be fairly obvious why I did that. Can't help it. Have to sleep. It's a thing. It's an unavoidable consequence of life. Alright. Make me a human. Okay, we got the human, we got the mountain. We need water. Because I can knock down one after another. No, I should let it do its thing. Let me see. You need those. $42. Unfortunately, because of the nature of this, my pets are going to be getting... Oops. My pets are going to be getting very little food most of the time while I'm doing these, since they favor short runs. Really wish I could take this thing out. If I could make 9 planets, I could do it. Just 9. Oh, I wish I could just buy things. Anyway, I'm gonna see if I can... So today's goal... I'll get the forests in correctly. I'll test out these numbers, see how far off they are, make adjustments where necessary. The biggest adjustment, though, is to try to figure out if I can do 4s instead of 3s, at least on the mountains, if nothing else, and how many statues and gardens I want, and calculate those in. Once I've factored those in... Did I say light? What happened? Why do you end up on water? We'll be waiting forever if you're sitting there making water. That's okay, though, because the next one needs water anyway. Well, anyway. I hope to get these knocked out right quick. And I'm thinking about that pet, the book. No, not tree, plant. Okay. Did I just take a bunch of water that I need? No. Didn't I just make plants? Oh, that's why. That's stupid. Okay. Got it. Wump. That growth. Look at that. Alright. I have a lot of stuff sitting around. We need... Alright. important thing is the forests, which might take a little while because 60 forests there. That's how many trees I need to make. It's going to take a little bit, but I think it's worth it. I mean, it gives me the rebirth multiplier and everything. It's good. In the meantime, I don't want to go too far with this. I need a certain amount of stone to make the soil. Otherwise, I'll end up slowing this whole process down even further. Bonk. Hey, getting a little more GP, little by little. Yeah. Anyway. Alright. Oh, doggone it. I'm winding down in between two of them. Things are going swimmingly with these already. 3 a day has turned out to not be an unrealistic goal at all. Despite me not being perfect in timing everything exactly. Okay, so I'm just kind of raking in the challenge points right now, and I have absolutely no reason to boost this, because, well, I won't have any crystals during my No Divinity challenges or my 1K challenges, and between them, I'm going to get, what was it, like 1,200 more challenge points or something around that. I forget exactly how much. So I have some challenge points I can just spend on whatever I want. I'm sorely tempted to go with this one, but I think I should stick to focusing on crystal power because, you know, it's pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take this. So boost my build speed, my creation speed, and just my overall power. So 6519 becomes so that was 230. 230 added to my build and creation. Well, don't all stand up and applaud at once. Why do I worry so much about challenge points? They're not such a big deal. Oh well, whatever. Every little bit helps. Who knows? Maybe it'll make the difference between knocking over one of these guys on each and every one of my runs. Yeah. Maybe. But probably not. It's probably not going to have any impact at all on the speed at which I can do these. Oh, well. I'll just continue gathering up my GP. Alright. Anyway. As you can see, this divinity generator is already looking stronger by 50,000. If I complete one more, my divinity generator should be 10% stronger. Not to mention we get a nice little discount on purchasing things, for what that's worth. Actually, hold on a sec. Make village. Okay. I tend to make more hit points than I can use during these. So I have to kind of be like, let's not waste too much of our cash buying upgrades for mighty statues. This creation, having 250 creation is just awesome. It just feels awesome to be able to clear this stuff so much faster. Alright. Generally, I limit myself to 5 minutes per run. I mean, I'm sure I could get a whole lot more out of these if I wanted to do... If I tried to do 20 to 30 minute runs, I would probably hit an equilibrium. I'm not sure what that equilibrium would be, but it used to be that I do 20 to 30 minute runs when winding down. But as I've gotten more and more stuff, yeah. Hold on, sorry, I'm mildly distracted by trying to make sure I check all the boxes every time. I really wish I could automate this process. Just give me the GP as though I had gone through all this, please. Anyway, as I've gotten more and more challenges completed and just generally, did I forget trees? I got it. It's not been necessary to give a full 20 to 30 minutes. And also, I kind of just want to get these done. So, when I've got everything together, I might fool around a little and see what the equilibrium would be for half an hour, because it might be pretty good at this point. I don't know. Yeah. At the very least, the divinity generator is going to be pretty freaking awesome. Yeah, probably this will be the last 5 minute run. Then do a couple 2 minute runs to just grab more without fiddling with all this stuff. As you can see, it's becoming more and more fussy. First, you can just go click, 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 done. Now it's like, I have to wait till I have enough trees. And it just gets worse every run. Which is fine. We're just grabbing stuff. Anyway. I'm usually leaving this at 4. That's when I make my purchase. I have no particular reason why. If I'm doing a 5 minute run, I get it up to 4, and then I spend the rest of the time doing these, and it just, I don't know, seems to fit within 5 minutes fairly well. So, several things. First, let's talk about pets. No, not the divinity generator. Take me to the pets. Okay. So this should be Wump. Might as well. Wump. Okay. Yes, it's the first. It's just waking up in the morning again. So, at this point, I have made over 10,000. The fairy. We've got the dog. We've got the snake. The dragon. I just did Rudolph. Basically, anybody who has an ability relating to items, divinity, or multiplier, which is just the dragon, and of course the ones who are inside the growth campaign here, the ones who are doing it all the time. So, at this point, I should, if I just say go, what happens? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we got a problem. I need to pick a 9th contestant. Somebody who doesn't do anything. Supposedly the stone gets good eventually. Wait a minute, does the stone actually get good, or was it that he just got okay? I don't think he ever got good. I mean, if he actually had a bonus on growth campaigns, then he'd be the... You know what? For once, I'm going to look something up. I mean, I already kind of know what the stone's going to do, but not exactly. And I need to decide whether or not it's time to pump him. To lift the stone, or make the stone lift, whichever. Okay. Not the secret way to unlock the... Oh, no. Where's the... I know there's a wiki for this somewhere. Ah, here it is. Pets. Okay, scrolling. Sun, camel, goat, eagle, donut. Why is there a donut? I'm just... Oh, well, whatever. Game doesn't take itself too seriously. Wow, it doesn't say anything. It just says bad in all campaigns. Wow! Seriously? Huh. Wow. I'm sorry, it's not coming up. You'd think it would be the first thing that would come up. Nope. I don't know. I'll have to look it up later. For now, I'll just put in, I don't know. For now, I guess I'll just put the snake back in. It's fine. It's fine. My Zolam will train with the rest. So the idea from here is that they just keep powering up and becoming stronger and stronger over time. Actually, let's go with the dog. So anyway, I'll look it up later and see. If the stone got even a plus 5% on growth campaigns, I'd do it. But I have a feeling like it's not. I think it wasn't that, so we'll see. In the meantime, we've got that taken care of. We are now exactly halfway through, and I can talk about this in detail. First, I gotta wind down. I just completed one. I gotta wind back down and gather as much GP as I can, and well, at least a lot of GP. I don't always have time to do that. I'll end up talking about that too. But also, I'm saving these up. But you know what? I must know what's in them. Seriously, there could be like a pet token in here. There won't be, but there could be. But there won't. Come on, we got 10 more shots. Yay! Okay, it was 12 more shots, apparently. Yep, that's about what I thought. But, hey, I got one of these. These are nice. I actually tend to use these up a lot. This I don't use as often, but these, because they're convenient. It's like, I just want to make the clones done kind of thing. Anyway, well, yeah, so I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to wind down, and then, let me see here. Oops, shit, I pushed the wrong, I did it again. It happens more often when I'm recording. Like, it doesn't, like, when I'm recording, I'm busy thinking about what I'm going to say. This is true of all of them, whether it's Trimps or Realm Grinder. I'm always thinking about what I'm going to say, what I'm going to do next, and I actually play a little bit differently when I'm not recording, in that I make less stupid eat all your chocolate mistakes. It's fine. I have a huge surplus. It's Thanksgiving. You know what? It's Thanksgiving Day. It's okay. Speaking of which, this color scheme, that was on my to-do list. Settings. Halloween is over. I mean, orange is okay for Thanksgiving, pumpkin pies, but I think we should be thinking about... I was gonna say red and green for Christmas. I mean, the green is okay, but the red, I just ain't feeling it. If it wasn't for the fact that some things go invisible, I wouldn't mind this. A very stealthy Christmas? It's just enough that I can see it. Maybe just it's not easy being green Christmas. I mean, if I made it red, that works too. It looks good. I guess the green isn't hideous. I don't know. Halloween colors look better. I don't know. This is a little better. I mean, I don't really like the green on these, but this is more tolerable, actually. This is not. This would give me an eye stir. No. Alright, we're gonna go with this. You're actually covering the corner of your title screen. Okay, anyway. Yeah, this will be fine, I guess. I don't like it. I'm sorry. I'm just not going with holiday colors. Nope. The red is fine, but the green, I ain't doing it. We'll just go with a nice neutral gray. I mean, we could do blue, but no. A nice neutral gray for a while. This is fine. This looks good. I'm cool with this. So, red and black. The colors of an evil Christmas. That's what it'll be. Of course, we still have the perfect pet. I mean, okay. We need a lump of coal. That's what we need. That's what we need as our next pet. The proper Christmas pet. What, you don't think we'd get something good from Santa, do you? Good grief. Don't forget, we regularly demand human sacrifices. We're a terrible, terrible, terrible person. Or entity. Look at this. You know how often I throw entire villages into this thing? When I'm not throwing entire planets in? No, we are not a good person. Alright. Anyway.